2020 has certainly had its low points, but for the TMP-Marian Monarchs in the fall sports program, they were able to find successes in a year full of frustration and question marks. And now as we flip the calendar to the month of December, the TMP-Marian Monarchs winter sports programs hope they can get their turn at a successful season as they kick off the Hays City Shootout this Thursday afternoon. Hello everybody and welcome into the gymnasium here at Hays High School for the first game of the 38th annual Gerald Mitchell Hays City Shootout, where the TMP-Marian Monarchs get set to take on the Life Prep Academy Fire. I'm Jonathan Swigert, along with our studio producer and engineer Vivian Leiker back at the KHAZ studios, and our Hays Post engineer Jake Powell with us here at Hays High School. We appreciate each and every one of you joining us here on 99.5 KHAZ and online at HaysPost.com. Obviously, we wish that you were here with us in person here at Hays High School to kick off the 2020 basketball season. And while you're not allowed to join us here for the next couple of weeks, we'll have each and every game here and be with the Monarchs programs every step of the way. And believe me, we can't wait for you to return with us as well. Let's go ahead and take a timeout as we continue to count down to the opening game of the Gerald Mitchell Hays City Shootout as the TMP Lady Monarchs get set to take on the Fire from Life Prep Academy. We'll take a timeout here on our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Rose McFarland on the Monarchs Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hays and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hays. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Which shouldn't take too long, I don't think so. Should be the interview here.
This is the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show.
Let's get the thoughts of the coach. This chat with the coach is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in the Northridge Plaza and online at CompareMyCoverage.com.
Welcome back into Hays High School. More of our pregame shows. We're joined now by Coach Rose McFarland. Her thoughts brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. And I guess first off, Coach, as you get set for Life Prep basketball games, finally here this afternoon.
Yeah, we're excited. Get started with the season, and it's an afternoon game, and the girls are excited to play.
And I know we talked a couple of weeks ago just about getting ready and getting into shape and everything. How has the last couple of weeks of practice been leading up to this afternoon?
Well, I feel like we've had some really good practices. I mean, the girls are doing a great job. They're coming. They're focused. Looks like we're a much improved team from last year. I mean, we're further along than we were last year. We had a lot of new faces out on the court last year, and so I feel like the girls have retained a lot of what they learned last year. I mean, we've got a long ways to go, but I feel like we're a little bit ahead of where we were last year.
And with all the experience back, how much of a luxury is that to know that you've got 5 who started, almost 2, that group basically 2/3 of the year started together, and then with 6 coming off the bench who played a lot too. How much of a luxury is that?
It's nice, we don't have to repeat as much. We got a lot of new faces too with some of the younger girls, and their heads spinning right now because we've thrown a lot at them. But I think they're really coming along as well. And it is nice to have some experience back. We have all our starters back. Sophie took over after Adele got hurt last year, and she's really stepped up her game. So I feel like all the girls did a lot this summer to try and get better, and hopefully it shows on the court.
And did that allow you to kind of hit the ground running a little bit and hope that maybe you're kind of ahead of where you thought you would be?
Yeah, mentally I feel like as far as knowing what we're doing on the court. Now physically, it could be a different story. They didn't have a spring sport. We weren't allowed to do a whole lot this summer. as far as playing, we didn't do that much. But, they worked on their skills. And then, the fall sports, we had some cross-country runners, some volleyball players, and then a few that, did not play anything. But so I think physically, I don't think we're where we need to be. But mentally, I think we're looking good.
You got to match up with Life Prep. How difficult is it to play a team that you don't know a whole lot about? Yeah, you matched up with them last year, but it seems like they got a lot of new faces, and so it seems like this is a team that may be difficult to get ready for. So what's the strategy there?
Well, we just have to take care of ourselves. I mean, obviously, getting ready for the first game, there's just a lot of things we need to prepare for. So we try and cover as much as we can. But we got to really, first of all, focus on ourselves and what we're doing, and trying to execute our offense, play our defense. Because, we're not just going to have one game, but we're going to have 3 back-to-back. So I feel like we've got to be prepared for a lot of different scenarios, different kinds of defense, offenses, things like that, different kind of players on the court. But it is difficult to prepare for somebody you really don't know that much about. We did play them last year. They've got a couple good players back from last year. And then they're added to their roster. So I think they're going to be a really good basketball team, and it'll probably be a good challenge for us coming out of the gate.
And also, it's a little bit going to be a different atmosphere, and got to ask about with no fans in the stands. How, without talking about just kind of everything behind it, but just how do you think that your group will handle that, and what kind of do you expect to see maybe from a game in which there aren't going to be a lot of fans in the stands?
Well, it's going to be definitely a lot quieter in the gym. We've talked about it. Main thing is we just have to focus on ourselves, what we're doing on the court. We're out there for a purpose and a reason, and we just have to stay focused, and, we've got goals set. And, the kids get a chance to play. That's the main thing. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really experienced it yet either, so I don't know really all what it's going to be like. It's always fun to go and play in front of a enthusiastic crowd, and the environment's really neat when, both teams are into it. But we're still there for a reason, and so, that's what we got to focus on.
All right. Good luck. We'll chat with you afterwards.
Thank you.
One more after this here from Hays High School on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hays. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hays. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
From Hays High School on our pregame show, brought to you by Hertz Rent-A-Car. Jonathan Sucker back with you from the opening game of the Hays City Shootout here in 2020 as we're about ready to get this basketball season underway. They had the participants for both TMP and Life Prep take part in the Hot Shots contest earlier here, just a little bit ago, in fact. So we'll have a little bit of an extended pregame show. So count down to the opening tip, which will be a little different here in 2020 as we get set to open up the Hays City Shootout. The Lady Monarchs come into this one set to open up their year against Life Prep. Life Prep has already played a game. They are 1-0 on the year, coming off a 59-24 win over the Reno County homeschool team in Reno County. They made the trip there to Reno County to take on the homeschool team. So Life Prep already got a chance to be on the floor as a group once already. To 1-0 on the season following that big victory earlier. In fact, that was on Tuesday for this Fire team. For the TMP Lady Monarchs, as we take a look real quickly, first at the Hays City Shootout schedule coming up here today. Of course, these two teams will get everything started today in this little bit of abbreviated tournament because of just the 4 teams. So it'll be TMP and Life Prep, both the girls and boys set to tip here in just a little bit, getting underway. And then tonight it'll feature the 2 Hays High teams taking on the Hugoton boys and girls. Just the 4 teams as TMP and Life Prep will meet, and then Hays High and Hugoton. It'll be followed up tomorrow by TMP and Hugoton playing in the first 2 games as TMP plays in both the 3 o'clock and 4:45 games here at Hays High School in the first 2 days of the tournament. So while Hays High will get Life Prep in the final 2 games tomorrow, and then the Saturday game with Life Prep and Hugoton on the girls' side starts at 1:30. It'll be followed by the boys' game. And then the big matchup here between the Hays High and TMP, the 2 games, the girls set to tip Saturday at 5 o'clock with the boys to follow at around 7. Of course, a little bit of a different look to this tournament this year because of the number of teams, just the 4 teams this year in the Hays City Shootout. Of course, the champions from a year ago, neither on the boys' side or the girls' side, are here this year, so it will just be these 4 teams. For the TMP Lady Monarchs, after a year in which they finished below 500 at 10-13, finished 4-5 in the Mid-Continent League. They are trying to improve on a finish last year here at the Hays City Shootout, in which they really struggled, finished losing their opening round matchup against a very good Olathe West team. In that first round, they would beat this Life Prep team 55-12 in the second round, and then would lose to Millwood in that 4th place game. So they finished in 6th a year ago, losing to Millwood 67-28. In that matchup with Life Prep, it was a 55-12 win for the TMP Lady Monarchs. Kylie Allen had a team-high 14 points. Cassidy Yost added 8 points and 4 rebounds. And for Life Prep, they were led once again by Veronica Tomashuk. Tomashuk, the sophomore this year, is coming off of that 8-point and 5 rebound performance a year ago. Tomashuk, one of the faces from this year's, from last year's team, rather, back this year for the Fire, and their head coach Jeff Henry. They also return Olivia Lapushka, the 5'7" junior, a couple of those faces from the team a year ago, but as Coach Rose McFarland mentioned in our pregame show, chat with her, they are a completely different team outside of those 2. They have several new faces on the team, so it'll look a little bit different for Coach Henry and the Fire from Life Prep on the girls' side. Of course, our coach's interview with Coach McFarland of the pregame show, as always, is brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker, as he always brings you our coach's show, helping you get the right coverage at the right price, all while providing the quality of service you expect. Call Dustin Shoemaker at Shelter Insurance. Again, a little bit of an extended pregame show here as we count down to this opening game of the Hays City Shootout between Life Prep and the TMP Lady Monarchs. We'll take another timeout. When we come back here, we'll take a look at the Lady Monarchs and get you some starting lineups along the way as well. Again, we're counting down to the start of the Hays City Shootout between Life Prep and the TMP Lady Monarchs. On the Monarch Sports Network, it is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hays and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Long, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hays. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Back on the Hertz Rent-A-Car our pregame show, Jonathan Swiger back with you as we continue to get set for this matchup here in the Hays City Shootout between the TMP Lady Monarchs and the Life Prep Academy Fire. Go ahead and real quickly take a look at our starting lineups. We start for the TMP Lady Monarchs. This is a team that basically this five started this way for about 2/3 of the season a year ago. It'll be Emily Lane. She's our leading scorer and leading rebounder from a year ago. The 6-foot junior averaged right around 9.5 points and 8 rebounds. Sophia Baltazar, the 5'7" junior, just shy of 7 points to go along with a couple of rebounds per contest. She's joined in the backfield by Megan Hamel, or in the backcourt by Megan Hamel, the 5'4" junior. Hamel averaged 7 points, 3 rebounds to go along with her 3 assists on the season as well. Cassidy Yost is a 5'9" junior at 4 points and just shy of 5 rebounds per contest. And then Kylie Allen, the second leading scorer for the Monarchs from a year ago, averaging 9 points and over 2 rebounds and 2 steals per contest. That's a look at the starting lineups for Coach Rose McFarland in her 12th season at Thomas More Prep Marian, and for the Lady Monarchs, again coming off that 10-13 season a year ago. Meanwhile, for the Life Prep Academy, it's the Fire. They will start Anne-Mary Zacharias. She's a 6'2" junior. She'll be joined by Veronica Tomashuk. She's a 6-foot sophomore. Valentina Lopez is, it'll be Rumita Galantina. She is the 5'9" senior. Alexandra Duda is a 6'4" junior. And then also Sophia Lopez is a 5'9" sophomore. And we talked with Coach McFarland here just before the game. She said one of the things that stands out about this year's Fire team is just how much taller they are than most girls basketball teams from around the area, with Zachariah at 6'2", the junior. Tomashuk is a 6-foot sophomore, along with, you'll see Alexandra Duda. She is the 6'4" junior. So those three alone are taller than any of the TMP Lady Monarchs that they will have in the starting lineup. So again, that's a look at our starting lineups, as we are still a couple of minutes away here from tip-off in this matchup for the TMP Lady Monarchs and the Fire from Life Prep. For the Monarchs, as we talked about just a little bit ago, as Monarchs returning basically their top 6 from about 2/3 of the season a year ago, led by Emily Lane. She was a second-team All-League selection in the Mid-Continent League a year ago, averaging 9.4 points and a little over 8 rebounds per contest. Kylie Allen, the second leading scorer for TMP, averaging just shy of 9 points per contest again as well. This TMP Lady Monarch team with 5 starters and then the 6th person off the bench in JC Von Linnell, all pretty much played a significant portion down the stretch a year ago, with the injury to Adele Riedel early on in January. That would allow Sophia Baltazar to come into the starting lineup, and this group that starts here tonight started 15 games together after that. And then JC Von Linnell came off the bench. 15 different games she appeared in a year ago for the Lady Monarchs and Coach Rose McFarland. Again, our pregame show is always brought to you by Hertz Rent-A-Car, as we count down to this opener here between the Fire from Life Prep and the TMP Lady Monarchs. Our pregame show, again, brought to you by Hertz Rent-A-Car. They're serving you from 609 East 8th Street with clean, high-quality vehicles. They've got many options. If you need more room for a family vacation or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for your next business trip, call 785-623-4116 for your reservation. Of course, a little bit of a different look for the first handful of weeks here for high school basketball, and as well as wrestling and all the other activities during the winter season, with the fans and spectators not allowed to be at the different events. So we appreciate you joining us here on 99.5 KHAZ and also at HaysPost.com. We'll bring you all the action as we definitely anticipate the return of spectators. There will be a handful of different individuals get a chance to be here, including the TMP Lady Monarchs cheer squad. There's also representatives from the Hays High Girls basketball team that we'll see, and then both teams, of course, with their fellow teammates as well. Talking with TMP boys coach Bill Mayer earlier, he said that all the guys on the bench are told, and gals, of course, on the bench as well, told to be extra loud through the first handful of weeks of the season to make sure that the team and the players on the floor hear you, as we go through a little bit of a different look here in the start of the 2020-21 season. Again, we're a few minutes away here from tip-off. Let's go ahead and take our final timeout. So the pregame show will come back and get you the start of our matchup. It's the TMP Lady Monarchs and the Fire from Life Prep Academy coming up here in just a little bit on 99.5 KJZ and at HaysPost.com. It's a Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Adams, Brown, Barrett, and Ball, your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car, bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hays. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hays. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hays. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
The Shootout. I'm Jonathan Swigert along with Jeff Leiker. He's our studio producer and engineer this afternoon. And also Jake Powell with us here at the gymnasium at Hays High School with our Hays Post engineers. We are just about ready to get this one underway. The TMP Lady Monarchs will be in their white uniforms. They have the dark blue numbers and the Monarchs across the front. It is trimmed in gray. Meanwhile, the Fire will be in their gray uniforms this afternoon. The Fire not on the floor with about 45 seconds to go before we get this one underway. So we'll see the Fire in just a moment. Our uniform update is always brought to you by Phase 2. From business polos to team gear, your first choice should be Phase 2, screen printing and embroidery with no metal mortar plus quick turnaround time. Phase 2, screen printing and embroidery just off Vine on 22nd Street next to Big D's Rental in Hays. Our Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy. They will get you back in the game fast after injury, offering dry needling and deep tissue laser therapy to speed up the healing process. They've got free consultation, and you see your same PT every visit. Herman Physical Therapy loves helping people. Don't forget to check them out on Facebook, as we are just about ready to get this 2020 basketball season underway. They'll run through the starting lineups on the floor. We'll get you those as well, and then we'll have the start of this one. It's the first of two games here for us on 99.5 KHAZ and online HaysPost.com. We'll have TMP girls and boys here this afternoon, and then Hays High will take on Hugoton in the nightcap of the two games here this evening, with the girls and boys getting underway. So they're going to run through the starting lineups, and we can get you those one more time again for Coach Rose McFarland and TMP. It's the same starting lineup they ran out there for 15 games at the end of the season last year. Just everybody a year older, with Emily Lane, the 6-foot junior, Sophia Baltazar, the 5'7" junior, along with Megan Hamel, the 5'4" junior, Cassidy Yost is a 5'9" junior, and Kylie Allen, the lone senior for the Lady Monarchs, is the 5'8" senior. Again, Coach Rose McFarland in her 12th year as head coach for the Lady Monarchs. And again, Life Prep will be in their gray uniforms. They've got the white stripe down the side and those black numbers. For their head coach, Jeff Henry, they will go with Ann Mary Zacharias. She's a 6'2" junior. Veronica Tomaszuk, she's a 6-foot sophomore. Raminta Galeante, she's the 5'9" senior. Alexandra Duda is a 6'4" junior. And then Sophia Lopez is the 5'9" sophomore. So we've got our starting lineups, and of course that means we're going to have our national anthem here from Hays High School. So we get our national anthem as we are running a little bit behind on that 3 o'clock tip-off for the start to this matchup as we're just about ready to get everything underway here from Hays High School. We appreciate you joining us here on 99.5 KHAZ and online at hayspost.com. Again, thank you for joining us, and we'll be here all year long helping to bring Monarchs athletics here on KHAZ and at hayspost.com. So we're just about ready to get this 2020 basketball season underway. Monarchs will shoot down to our left here in this first half. Meanwhile, the Fire will shoot down to our right. Of course, maybe it's probably not super well known, but due to the COVID changes, there is no opening tip-off. Instead, the visiting team will start with the basketball as they'll key it in on our left side. It'll be Lopez to throw it in, and now Fire, a couple of players with some jewelry, and now we're ready to go. The Fire will move from our left to our right, shoot down to our right here in this first half in those gray uniforms. As they'll work to the left side, as they'll go right side for Zachariah. She'll give it up here to Galeante as we are underway in this one between the Fire and the Monarchs. On this right side as Zachariah picked up her dribble and traveled with it. And Zachariah, the 6-foot junior, with the first turnover of the contest for the Fire. Again, Fire from our right to our left here in this first half. Monarchs down to our right here as we set up top here at Hays High School. As TMP in those home white uniforms with Baltazar across the timeline. We'll play it for Hamel on this left side, trying to force it into Lane. Instead, we'll go to Yost. Cassidy will kick it right side, and now to Sophia Baltazar. Guarded tightly. She'll go with the left-hand dribble. Had it nearly poked away. Now go to the top of the key. It's Allen on a bounce pass to the high post. They work to Yost. Hands it back to Allen. Cut off on that drive on the left side. Now Allen will try and go to the middle of the lane and kick it back out for Hamel. We've just nearly played 1 minute into our opener. A little slip on a pick and roll. Lane dumps it wide up and underneath, and Allen will get the first basket of the ball game as Kylie Allen will give TMP a 2-0 lead, and that's patient offense for TMP. And Allen, the second leading scorer a year ago, was able to get wide open on the post-to-post pass from Lane. Here's a drive left side. The Fire have a shot blocked on that left side, and it's taken away by Emily Lane. They were able to get it inside, but it was blocked on Duda's shot, and now a ball that is going to rim off for TMP, and a rebound cleared out of there by Zachariah. So TMP able to get one shot to go, and now the Fire with Coach Henry will set it up. The Fire and Coach Henry down to our left. Zachariah will play it off to the right side as Lopez will drive, and now a 3-second call. Duda was trying to post up inside. Alexandra Duda at 6'4", the junior, part of the length for this Fire team. TMP leading 2-0 on a bucket for Allen inside, and now they'll get it back following the turnover. 6:20 to go here in our first quarter. Monarchs lead 2-0 as Baltazar runs the point, working right near the middle of the court. Nearly lost the dribble, and it's a 5-second closely guarded call, and TMP will turn it over for the first time. And then the official tumbles to the left side as little official falling down on that left side. I think she tripped over the stairs, but pops back up, and we're ready to go with a laugh over there on that far sideline. TMP turns it over for the first time. They do lead at 2-0 as we close in on 6 minutes to go here in the opener. Zachariah has it on the right side, got a screen. She'll put up the deep three and rattle it home just outside that three-point line, and it's a 3-2 lead on the three for Anne-Mary Zachariah. Now some extended pressure again from the Fire as Baltazar and draws a double team from Zachariah, leaves it for Allen on the right side. She'll go in, have a block from behind by Duda, and it's taken away by the Fire. So they'll come racing up into the front court, and a travel called with some contact afterwards. Duda a little bit out of control and traveled before running into Baltazar on the other end. It's already 3 Life Prep turnovers. TMP has a couple there in the early going with 5:42 to play here in this first quarter. Again, extended pressure for Life Prep as they'll bring the first substitution into the contest. As now Allen, with TMP trailing 3-2, will run the point, guarded by the much taller Zachariah, and Kylie loses it out of bounds on that right side. Into the ball game for the first time comes Carol Salas, a 6-foot senior, following the third TMP turnover. 5.5 to go in this first quarter. A 3 by Anne-Mary Zachariah, for Life Prep, has him leading 3-2. Salas, that's actually Lopez. Her pass deflected, intended for Salas, but into the hands of Zachariah. And now they'll go to the left side as they work it for Tomashuk. Tomashuk played in this game against TMP a year ago. One of the two players that are back from that team. Left side, Life Prep works it for Galeante and a 3-second call inside. I think that may have been on Lopez on the backside of the block, and it's the 4th Life Prep turnover, as you would expect. Here in the early going, both teams a little bit out of sorts. As TMP against the pressure, we'll get it to Allen. Kylie had a chance to bring it across the timeline. We'll stop now, slow walk it. Just under 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. The length of Zachariah giving TMP all sorts of problems trying to bring it into the front court. It's laying out in between the circles. We'll give it up to Hamel on the right side. It's 3-2. On a 3 for Life Prep, they lead. Hamel had it poked away, but we'll get a foul and a reach in for Galeante. She's the 5'9 senior who will pick up the first foul. And it is the first foul of 2020 in the high school basketball season. Monarchs will bring J.C. Von Little in for the first time, the 5'11 sophomore. J.C., the super sub a year ago, kind of that 6th person off the bench. She'll replace Allen. And now Hamel will give it up to Von Little on that right side. One dribble, she'll go to the top of the key for Yost. Now left wing, Hamel drew a double team. Megan will drive, kick it, swing it from Hamel, or rather Von Little right side to Baltazar, who nearly threw it away. And in fact, Yost can't handle the pass underneath, and it's taken away. Life Prep following the 4th TMP turnover will race up the near sideline. Galeante step back crossover, airballs a shot here on the right side, and the rebound cleared out of there by Baltazar for TMP. Sophia with 4:10 to go first quarter into the front court for Lane. Emily thought about a 3. Now we'll kick it right side. Here's a 3 that is too short for Von Little. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds. Last touch by Galeante for Life Prep. Lane tracked it down, but it's out of bounds. It's the first 3-point attempt for TMP. And the dead ball rebound stays with the Monarchs. Trailing 3-2, 4:02 to play here in this opener. Here's a quick shot inside for Emily Lane, and that'll give TMP a 4-2 lead. Her first field goal of the season. Lane, the leading scorer and rebounder for TMP from a year ago, gets the Monarchs on the board. They lead 4-2 with 3:45 to play here in the opening quarter. In for the first time is Sia Diarda. She's got it. She'll kick it off to Salas, who will take the elbow jumper and knock it down. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Life Prep. Sir Carol Salas gives Life Prep a 5-4 lead on the jump shot. And they get a timeout. Comes with 3:32 to play here in this opening quarter. A little bit of a slow start for both teams. TMP with 4 first quarter turnovers, matches the 4 for Life Prep. Fire look like they're going to bring in a couple of new faces to the contest. Each of the Monarchs with their cheer squad down to our left. Part of the student athletes here for TMP. This 30-second timeout has the Fire on top, 5-4. Our game brought to you part by Next Tech, Midwest Energy, Gibbs Auto Supply, and Steel Fabrications. Monarchs with the same 5, with Hamel to key it in with Von Little. Actually, Allen will replace Sophia Baltazar. So it's Allen, Hamel, Von Little, Yost, and Lane, the 5 on the floor for TMP, as they'll key it in against the pressure from the Fire. Monarchs able to get it to Allen. She just checked in on a crossover across the timeline, and that'll allow TMP to set up the offense. As Allen works with the dribble, she'll spin, now kick it to Lane. Out in between the circles, just to the right. Straight on, finds Von Little. JC trying to force it inside to Yost. Cassidy has not got a touch so far. Right side, Von Little will go right by her defender and then threw it away. Good deflection and another TMP turnover, and here come the Fire. Up the near sideline, Galeante slams into Hamel, and she'll draw the offensive foul. Tried that little Euro step to slide by her, but Hamel was able to rotate back and draw the offensive foul. 5 Life Prep turnovers, and it's the second foul on Galeante. Second foul of 2020 on either team. Monarchs break the press with ease as Von Little now will pull it back out and set up the offense. Go right side for Allen. Kylie has it in her left hip pocket. We'll kick it to Yost in between the circles. They swing it back for Von Little. Wide open underneath is Lane. She goes with the left hand and has it spin out. And the rebound is taken away by Life Prep. Lane tried to go with that left hand. Had it spin out. 5-4. The Fire with the lead. Monarchs struggling offensively. Here's a pass to the left side on a jumper that is too strong, and rebound cleared out of there by Von Linnell for TMP, and then Von Linnell lost her footing across the timeline. It's a turnover taken away by Life Prep, and then we're going to get a double dribble into the ball game for the first time as Valentina Lopez. She was the one who came away with that loose ball, but then carried it into the front court. Both teams struggling offensively so far. 2:18 to go in the quarter. It's 5-4 in favor of Life Prep. Monarchs bring Baltazar back into the game. She'll replace Cassidy Yost. TMP keys it in right side for Allen. Kylie will get right by her defender. They've got a 3-on-2. Bounce pass. Von Linnell leaves it for Lane right side. Emily lay it up, and TMP leads 6-5. Emily Lane's got 2 straight TMP field goals. She's got 4. And TMP leads now 6-5 with 2 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Back into the ball game is Zachariah. She gave it up from Galeante. Zachariah will take the 3. It's too strong. Fight for the rebound inside, and it's cleared out of there by Allen, and then Kylie had it poked away. Last touch by the Fire. We'll stay with TMP following the miss and the rebound for Kylie Allen on the inside. 4 new faces for the Fire. They're still trying to get a 4th off the floor. TMP will get the basketball. 1:45 to go, opening quarter. TMP on back-to-back field goals for Lane, leads 6-5. Hamel against the now zone from the Fire, kicks it right side. There's a rainbow 3 that's a little bit short for Baltazar. Fight for the rebound as Allen battling inside is going to keep it alive off of Lopez, and it's out of bounds. Kylie Allen fighting for that rebound inside, and it will stay with TMP. Hustle to keep it alive, battling with Sophia Lopez, a sophomore, keeps TMP the basketball on the dead ball rebound. Fire will go back to man-to-man. Here's Allen with it left side. Guarded by Galeante. She'll take it. It's actually Lapushka who checks in for the first time. As Allen gives it up for Megan Hamel, who loses it out of bounds on that right side. The Fire have good pressure, forcing the 7th first quarter turnover for TMP. That was a issue a year ago, especially in the early going for TMP. Works it left side here for Lopez. They'll get it inside, and Duda has it knocked away. Good play by Lane. That'll be a tough matchup. Alexandra Duda is 6'4". Emily Lane at 6 foot. She'll have to battle inside. And also Tomaszuk, a very good post player. Here's Duda left side, left it short, but an offensive rebound cleared out of there by Tomaszuk. And the reset with 1 minute to go in this first quarter. TMP leading. Here's a pass inside, right side. Duda has it rim in and out too strong. Fight for the rebound, and we're going to get a foul inside. Allen battling with Duda. They'll get the foul called on Life Prep. They will call it on Alexandra Duda. It's her first. Life Prep had a couple of point-blank shots, but could not finish inside. Kylie Allen, who has hit the deck and leads this team in a lot of categories on defense, including floor burns, checks out as Monarchs will bring Yost back into the contest with 45 seconds to go. Here's a pass inside for Hamel, who draws a triple team, and we're going to get a reach-in call on Life Prep. TMP has still not been called for a foul. We have 42 seconds to go in this first quarter. They called it on Tomaszuk, the sophomore. It's her first. Monarchs leading 6-5. We'll key it in underneath. Baltazar to Von Linnell. Baseline Hamel. Good closeout for the Fire. Monarchs tried to get it to Yost inside. Now here's a pass for Lane, and she's going to be fouled. That ball was bobbled a couple of different times by Von Linnell in the lane and Lane in the lane. And Emily was able to draw the foul. Nobody really had possession of that ball until Emily Lane came away with it. We get Salas with a foul. 2 free throws for Emily Lane. And the first one is good. Lane with 5 to lead all scorers. TMP with their largest lead now at 7-5. Lane has scored the last 5 for TMP. Second free throw, a rainbow free throw that's good for Emily Lane. She has 6 in the contest. And TMP leads now 8-5. Under 30 seconds to go first quarter. Zachariah has it right side, working the pick and roll. Now they'll go to the baseline. kick it back out here. So work it for Lopez. In between the circles. Now they'll give it for Zachariah with 14. Couple of dribbles. Right side they go for Lopez. Out of the top of the key. Lapushka couldn't shoot it. They dump it inside. Ball on the floor. Fight for it. And it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Life Prep. JC Von Linnell battling inside with Tomaszuk. Forces a 7th turnover for the Fire with 3.1 seconds to go in this first quarter. Baltazar to key it in for TMP. Needs to get it in. Here's a baseball pass to midcourt. Yost will throw it up the floor. Von Linnell can't track it down. And that's how the opening quarter comes to an end. 8-5 in favor of TMP thanks to Emily Lane, who scored 6 straight for TMP as they lead 8-5 on the Monarch Sports Networks, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hays. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hays. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
TMP on top of Life Prep 8-5 in the first game of the day from the Hays City Shootout. Of course, this tournament looks a little different, and gyms across the state looking a little different, similar to many of our fellow states across the country playing with no fans. It's been a pretty much decision for a lot of the high school activities associations across the state. And here at Hays High School, we're greeted by the cardboard cutouts across the way. Some familiar faces over there as TMP leads 8-5 with Baltazar, Hamel, Allen, Yost, and Lane to key it in. As Allen has it here on the left side, they'll go to Lane as they swing it right wing for Hamel. Bounce pass inside for Yost. Cassidy's first real touch. She'll kick it right side. Here's a rainbow 3 that was halfway down for Hamel, and it bounces out, and the rebound cleared out of there by Zachariah, and she'll lead the Fire break to the left side. They don't have numbers, and so now they'll stop and try and set up the offense. MP leading 8-5. Baseline drive for Galeante. Steps through a double team on that baseline, but missed the layup, lifted a little bit short, and the Monarchs will clear it. As Hamel will bring it into the front court, wide open. Baltazar, a left side 3, left it short and to the left, and another rebound down to Zachariah. Up the floor, little fake pass, and the layup is good. Veronica Tomaszuk faked the pass and was able to get free, and it's 8-7 now. Tomaszuk, a 6-foot sophomore. I mentioned before, she was one of 2 for the Fire that played against TMP a year ago, had 8 points in that 55-12 TMP win. Hamel has it on the right side after missing a 3 a moment ago. As Allen, the pass for Baltazar. She's missed a 3 in this quarter as well. Monarchs still looking for their first 3 of the contest. Lane drives the drop step and traveled with it. That's the 8th TMP turnover. Mary Ann Zachariah at 6 foot, listed at 6'2", has the height advantage and made it difficult for Lane, who was cut off on that dribble drive and forced to give it up, but called for the travel first. 6.5 to go, first half now. 8-7 TMP with the lead. Left side, Galeante playing with those 2 fouls, gives it for Tomaszuk, has it blocked, and then a late foul call. Lane came over the top and picked up the foul. That'll be the first foul on TMP of the new season. It comes with 6:24 to play here in this opening half, and at the free throw line for the first time for the Fire is Veronica Tomaszuk. First free throw for Tomaszuk is off the mark. And now Olivia Lapushka will check in, the junior for the Fire. TMP stays with that same 5. as Tomashuk will shoot one more. Trying to tie this thing up at 8. The second free throw on the way is good. Nothing but net for Tomashuk, who now has 3 in the contest, and we're tied at 8. TMP led by as many as 3 into the front court. Monarchs able to break that pressure, but don't get a shot off. Instead, will set it up in between the circles with Hamel, who calls out the play. She'll swing it to the left side for Allen. Allie looks for a cutter, got a screen from Yost. Now right side is Hamel. She missed lane inside. Luckily, her pass was deflected right into the hands of Allen, and they can reset the offense. Tomashuk got a piece of it. Yost from the left block hits the top of the key, and now Hamel has it right side with under 6 minutes to go in this opening half. Our game tied at 8 apiece as Allen has it to the right side for Hamel. Now Lane, Emily's open. She'll fire at top of the key. 3, that's nothing but net. Emily Lane buries the 3 for TMP. It's her 3rd 3 in 2 years. She was 2 of 6 a year ago and knocks that down to give TMP the 11-8 lead. Lane has scored 9 straight for TMP. She has 9 in the contest. Right side 3 for Galeante. Short, and we get a foul on a backside battle for a rebound. This will be on TMP. I think Megan Hamel. Yep, it'll be on Hamel on that backside on a missed 3-pointer. TMP starts the game 1 of 5 from 3-point land. That's Emily Lane who knocks down the 3. Zachariah will check out for the Fire with 5:20 to go first half. So key it in. Galeante has it left side. Now they go to the baseline. Here's a baseline 3 that'll skip off for Lopez, and it's poked out of bounds by Baltazar, and it stays with the Fire. They are 1 for 4 from 3. Their 3 came from Anne-Mary Zachariah. Right wing, working on it is Lapushka. Here's a 3 that's too strong on the right side for Tomashuk, and get a foul inside, battling for the rebound on live prep. This time they'll get Salas with her 2nd foul, battling on the inside. She gets called for the push. Carol Salas was fouled a moment ago on a battle with the rebound. Monarchs race into the front court, have numbers as Yost finds Lane, who will lay it up. Timeout taken by the Fire. It's 13-8. Emily Lane for TMP in a double figures with 11. She scored 11 straight for TMP. They broke the press because of Allen just taking it right into the middle. That left them with a 3-on-2. And a pass from Yost leaves Lane wide open for the layup. They lead by 5. This is the largest lead for either team. And again, a timeout taken here on the floor for life prep as TMP trying to extend a little bit here. That was a good fast break to put them up by 5 at 13-8. Monarch Athletics brought to you in part here on KHAZ and at Hays Post all year long by Heartland Building Center, Hays K-Lawn, Discount Siding, and Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker. Monarchs trailed 3-2 and 5-4. Emily Lane had given TMP a 4-3 lead. But then they trailed 5-4. Since then, Lane has scored the last 9 for TMP. And again, if you go back to when it was 3-2, she scored the last 11 for TMP in a double figures. As the Monarchs build a 5-point lead out of the timeouts. Lane with Yost, Allen, Hamel, and Baltazar, the 5 on the floor. Out of the timeout, shooting down to our right is the Fires. Galeante will give it up for Lapushka. Right side to Galeante. She'll take the 3, missed it. Offensive rebound inside, too strong. Now the ball is going to be poked back out and tracked down by Galeante. Lopez kept that ball alive on that inside. She's got it. Now she'll give it up to Galeante. Galeante to the high post for Salas. Draws a double team at it, poked away and stolen. Baltazar got a piece of it. Now TMP will run up the floor. Hamel to Baltazar. Finds Yost, who bobbles it down the lane, and it's out of bounds. Good idea on this left side. Trying to cut down the lane. But unfortunately, they give it right back. Yost caught at that high post and tried that little power dribble, and it got away from her. TMP leading 13-8. 4:15 to go here in this first half. And a travel. That time Olivia Lapushka, the 5'7" junior, switched pivot feet. And turnovers mounting for both teams, 9, and Lapushka will check out. So 9 for Life Prep as they bring Sia Diadar, the 5'7" junior, into the contest. Monarchs will bring Von Linnell back in place of Yost. Pressure on the ball for the Fire. Monarchs able to get it into Allen. Kylo will bring it into the front court with that left-handed dribble being harassed the entire time by Galeante. Monarchs will get it right side for Hamel. Hamel breaks the 5-second count. Little hesitation. Threw it into the middle of the lane, and it is taken away, but then saved back in by Life Prep. They throw it near half court, and it's off of TMP as Baltazar and Allen both trying to track it down right in front of the scores table, poke it out of bounds. Monarchs got Hamel deep in the block, and she just tried to throw it for Lane in the middle of that lane. Now Diadar double teamed right in front of the TMP bench. Able to get to Lopez. Galeante, a right wing, or making a left wing three, missed it. And the backside rebound down to Emily Lane. 1 of 7 now from 3 for Life Prep. TMP nearly turns it over as Lane wasn't ready for a pass on that right sideline from Hamel. They get it back. Baltazar with it left side. Picked up her dribble, and we're going to get a foul called on Diadar. 2 over aggressive on Baltazar on the foul, and now TMP will be in the bonus. They'll be shooting for the rest of the first half, leading 13-8 with 3:20 to play here in this first half, as Baltazar will shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. Diadar picks up her first foul. And Baltazar's first free throw is nothing but net. Her first point of the game, 14-8 on the Baltazar free throw. A year ago, Baltazar made 24 of 26 free throws. It's 85%, if you're wondering. She'll get one more. And nothing but net on that one as well. She banged it home. 15-8 in favor of TMP on the first 2 points of the game for Baltazar. Galeante with 3:15 to go has it on that right side. Looks inside for Salas on the double team. Forced up the shot and missed it. Ball's going to be tracked down on the defensive rebound by TMP's Kylie Allen. And here they come into the front court. Right side, Allen has it poked away by Salas. And the ball's then knocked away from her. And it's picked up by Life Prep as they'll bring it here to the near side. Driving in, putting up the shot, and scoring at a chance at a 3-point play is Sophia Lopez. Monarchs didn't do a good job of getting back. And Baltazar kind of turned, trying to avoid Lopez, and she banked it home. 15-10. Chance here to convert on the 3-point play on the first foul for TMP junior Sophia Baltazar. And Lopez cannot convert on the 3-point play as Von Linnell is back in for TMP. Will come up with the defensive rebound. Up the floor, TMP nearly turns it over, then they do. Try to force it inside to Allen, and it's taken away by Lopez. She'll run up the floor. They don't have numbers. They'll stop. Diadar has it to the free throw line. Now kicks it left side. Galeante decided not to shoot it. Now she's wide open. A little hesitation will drive in, and the uncontested layup is off the mark, but the rebound cleared out of there by Duda, and then the long 2 is good for Galeante. 15-12, thanks to an offensive rebound and a long jumper as Galeante holds the Fire back within 3 at 15-12 as we close in on 2 minutes to go in this first half. Emily Lane, right side, she's just going to drive in. Now kick it for Allen, who gets banged into. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Galeante. Lane took it to the right side, working against Duda. They're actually working against Tomaszuk, and then all the way inside, and then left it for Allen. Now Kylie Allen will shoot the front end of a 1-on-1. That's the 3rd on Galeante. Allen's free throw too strong. Von Linnell had the rebound for a moment, then it's taken away, and we get a foul. It's a 4th on TMP. It'll be on JC Von Linnell. She had the rebound, then it's kind of squirted away. She couldn't hold on to it. Life Prep's Tomashuk was able to come away with it, and then she reached in and fouled her. Life Prep brought Vergara in for the first time. She gives it up on that left side, working with Tomashuk. But are 2 minutes to go at 15-12 here in this first half. 1:48 to play in this first half. TMP leading by 3 at 15-12. Lopez left side, Diodar won't shoot the three to the baseline as this three is good for Veronica Tomashuk. She has 5 and the game's tied at 15. As Tomashuk knocks down the three with a minute and a half to play in this first half. So Tomashuk able to get that three to go, and just like that, we're tied again at 15. TMP led by 7 at 15-8. Baltazar back in there for TMP. We'll go to the high post on the right side for Lane. Hands it for Sophia. Three on the way. She left it short. Saved back in by Yost to Lane. And Lane will kick it out to Hamel as TMP can reset the offense. So post up Yost. Kicks it right back out to Hamel. And TMP will reset the offense. The kick it left wing for Hamel. Baltazar's open. They ran the play for her. Good close out though by Duda. And then her pass is knocked away. It'll stay with TMP. Duda at 6 foot. They list her at 6'4". The junior had a good closeout. TMP ran the play for Baltazar to get a three straight on, trying to get Sophia going. And now we're going to get a foul called on. Oh, we're going to get the lane warning called on Diodar. Diodar with the sideline violation. TMP will key it in. Pass knocked out of bounds, off of Hamel. Good defense for Tomashuk, and it's the 12th TMP turnover. And with 45 seconds to go here in this second quarter, game tied at 15. Lopez has it at 4. Life Prep on this right side. Diodar will get it inside, and spinning wide open as Vergara missed the shot. Offensive rebound, and the stick back by Duda is off the mark, and TMP's Emily Lane will come out of there with it. 15-15 with 22 seconds to go here in this first half. Monarchs led by 7, and now a 5-second call. Hamel couldn't break the count, and it's the 13th turnover for TMP. And Life Prep will get it back. 17 seconds to play here in this first half. Game tied at 15. Monarchs led by as many as 7. It's a 7-0 run for the Fire. Inside, Duda's open left side. She'll give the Fire the lead at 17-15. With 4 seconds to go in this first half. TMP Lane, she'll fire up the three. Too strong, and that's how the first half comes to an end. Alexandra Duda on the bucket towards the end of this first half gives the Fire a 2-point lead as we head to the break. They've scored the last 9 to lead 17-15 as we head to the halftime break. And the Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hays and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Lawn, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout western Kansas to serve you. Field abstract and title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hays. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
At halftime, Life Prep on top of TMP 17-15. So welcome you back inside the gymnasium here at Hays High School. So Swagger back with you. Take a quick recap of this first half. The two teams would trade baskets back and forth. TMP led early 2-0, but then a 3 by Life Prep gave them a 3-2 lead. They would again lead 5-4. Then Emily Lane would score 4 straight for TMP to end the first quarter. Monarchs led after one, 8-5. We would be tied at 8. And then the Monarchs would score 7 in a row as Lane would score back-to-back field goals. They also, including that three-pointer, they also would get a pair of free throws from Sophia Baltazar and lead by 7 at 15-8. But then the Fire would storm back as TMP's offense struggled a little bit. That would allow the Fire to come back and score what ended up being 9 in a row to end the first half, as they would lead here at the break 17-15. So again, TMP had a 7-0 run to take a 15-8 lead, but a 9-0 run to end the first half for the Fire. Put them on top here at the break by 2. It's 17-15. We'll take another timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of the first half numbers. Both teams struggling with turnovers in the first half. Again, TMP trails here at the break 17-15. We're back with more of our halftime show after this. So the Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hays and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hays K-Lawn, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hays. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hays. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hays. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field abstract and title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment.
As we welcome you back at our halftime show, it's brought to you by Eagle Radio's digital marketing. Is your business ready to advertise on Facebook, Google, or any of the other popular places online, but you just don't know where to start? Give Eagle Radio a call at 301-2211. Here at the break, it's a 17-15 lead for the Fire from Life Prep Academy. Let's take a quick look at some of the first half individual scoring so far along the way. We start with the Fire. They've got a balanced attack. 6 players so far scoring. They're led by Veronica Tomaszuk. She scored 5 in that second quarter. She has a team-high 5, but they get 3 from Anne-Mary Zachariah. They get 2 from Ramita Galeante, she has 3 first-half fouls, though, dealing with a little bit of foul trouble. Alexandra Duda, the junior, with a field goal there towards the end of the first half. Sofia Lopez with 2, and Carol Salas with 2 as well. For TMP, they are led by Emily Lane, who finished with 13 in the first half, as she starts her junior campaign with a double-figure performance. Sophia Baltazar added 2. Kylie Allen had 2 in that first half as well. That's the scoring for the Lady Monarchs. They make 1 of 6 from 3. Meanwhile, Life Prep makes 2 of their 8 3-point attempts here in this first half. So again, at the break, it's a 17-15 lead for the Fire from Life Prep. They finished the first half with a 9-0 run to take that 2-point lead over TMP. We'll take our final break of the halftime show, come back and get you set for the third quarter. After this, so the Monarch Sports Network, it is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hays and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hays Kalon, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hays. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hays. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hays. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net.
On top of the TMP Lady Monarchs by 2 at 17-15 as we welcome you back inside the Hays High Gymnasium. The first of what ends up being 4 games here at the high school at Hays High. Of course, the shootouts looking a little bit different, as is everything in the sports and everywhere else here in 2020, as the Lady Monarchs and the Fire get set to begin this second half. 2 teams traded baskets back and forth. Monarchs would trail 5-4 when Emily Lane scored the final 4 points of the first quarter to give TMP a 3-point lead at 8-5. Make it 3 quick points for Life Prep. Tied the game at 8 early in that first quarter. Then Lane and Sophia Baltazar for TMP would score the next 7 on a 7-0 run. At that point, they led 15-8. The final 9 points of the first half are scored by the Fire from Life Prep. And that's how we get to the 17-15 margin in favor of the Fires. We're still a couple of moments away here from starting out this second half. Both teams, by the way, turnovers an issue. TMP with 13 first half turnovers. The Fire turned it over 9 times in that first half. A year ago, TMP struggled with turnovers. Not quite on pace for their season high of 31 a year ago, but already surpassing their season low, in which they had in this Hays City Shootout the matchup with Millwood out of Oklahoma in that final game of the tournament a year ago. TMP had turned it over just what ended up being 12 times in that game. They already have 13 here in the contest so far. Monarchs be on the defensive end. Start out this second half as the Fire will shoot down to our left. That's their bench, towards their bench. I'll start out with a little bit of a different lineup. Sia Diodar starts the second half, and she'll be called for the travel. Actually, it's Vergara who turns it over. She was called for the travel as Angela Vergara, Sia Diodar both start the second half for the Fire. TMP nearly turns it over against some pressure, and it's going to be poked out of bounds. Last touched by Vergara on that left side. It will stay with TMP. We saw the pressure from the Fire give TMP a little bit of fits early on, and now here is Allen had it poked away, but into the hands of Yost on that left side, and TMP can set up their offense. 15 seconds into this second half as Hamel will take it right side for Baltazar. Sophia finds a cutting Yost too as it deflected into the gap right between the backboard and the rim, and so we'll get a jump ball, and now everybody waits for somebody to knock that basketball loose. I think we'll have to get another basketball and knock it away. It'll be a jump ball, and the arrow will keep it with TMP as they have it knocked loose, and now we're ready to go. So TMP, as Yost missed that shot, had a good look at it, but good defense again. It's hard to deal with 6'4" and Duda inside. TMP tried to throw it to Lane on the quick inbounds pass. She had it knocked away, and then Emily from behind poked it away from a Life Prep Academy Fire player as Duda tried to save it on her knees, but right into the hands of Hamel. So both teams turn it over, and TMP will regain possession of the basketball. And now on a lane drive, we're going to get a foul called on Veronica Tomaszuk. Fire dealt with foul trouble in the early going. Tomaszuk now with 2. Galeante has 3. Here's a pass right side. Lane, she'll take the long 2 just off the backside of the rim, and a backside rebound cleared out of there by the Fires. Lopez will come down with it. TMP still struggling offensively, trailing 17-15. So close in on 7 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Turnaround jumper, too strong, but a backside rebound pulled down by Vergara. She missed it and got her own rebound, missed the shot. Now Duda down with the rebound. She can't finish, and then the ball deflected into the hands of Lopez. She tracked it down, and Life Prep's going to get another chance at it offensively. TMP struggling to clear the boards, dealing with that good size inside from Life Prep. Vergara rifles it inside. Lopez blocked by Yost, but then she misses the shot inside as Lopez came down with it, and then she tracks it down, but she's on the boundary. Yost got a block shot inside. Lopez tracked it down, but she was out of bounds. Their team offensively unable to get any rhythm going so far. As TMP will break the press from the Fire. Baltazar got a screen, drives all the way in and scores with the left hand. And we're tied at 17. As Sophia Baltazar, their first field goal at the 6.5 mark here of this third quarter, ties the game at 17 with TMP and Life Prep. Duda thought about a 3. Tomaszuk to the high post for Lopez. Turns and had it knocked away. Her pass intended inside for Duda. Lane got a piece of it. He was able to work the break to tie the ball game at 17, and then defensively able to force that pass out of bounds. Duda will check out, and Zachariah, the junior, will check in for the first time. Zachariah was in that starting lineup, but not in the second half starting lineup. But she checks in early for Alexandra Duda. Get in for Diodar, swings it left side into the hands of Vergara and out of bounds. Ball back to TMP. Sophomore Vergara and Diodar both did not start the game, but started the second half for Coach Henry and the Fire. TMP needs to hurry to get it in. Just did find Baltazar to beat the 5-second clock, but again, lots of pressure in the backcourt, and we're going to get a touch foul on Lopez. Just a little too aggressive in the backcourt, bails TMP out because they were really having a hard time trying to get the ball in bounds. So the first on Lopez. TMP will get it to Yost, hands it for Hamel near sideline, and they'll set up the offense. 6 minutes to go, third quarter, game tied at 17. Yost set a screen for Hamel, kicks it to the baseline. Allen will take the 3 from the right side, missed it, but Baltazar there with a backside rebound and a fresh chance for TMP on the second Sophia Baltazar rebound. Sophia's got it on that left side as they work to screen and roll with Yost. Now right wing, Hamel. So they work from side to side. Megan will drive inside on Galeante, forces up the shot, bad shot, knocked out of bounds on the rebound. It's off of TMP. Hamel trying to force up the shot against Galeante. She does have 3 fouls, but in among the trees, it's out of bounds off of TMP. 5:30 to go, third quarter, 17 all. On the bucket, the 6.5 mark here in this third quarter for Baltazar. On that fast break for TMP, Galeante will swing it right side. Diodar won't shoot the 3. Galeante was open, but Diodar takes it out towards the H of Hays in between the circles. Wide open, here's Thomas Shook from the elbow, too strong. Rebound ripped down by Lane for TMP. Monarchs would take the lead with 5:05 to go in this third quarter. Game tied at 17. Lane will kick it left side. Hamel finds Yost inside, had it knocked away right in the hands of Allen, and she'll score. Kylie Allen with her second field goal. She has 4, and TMP now leads 19-17 on the Kylie Allen field goal. She was able to come away with that deflection and get the bucket to go, giving the Monarchs the lead. Pass inside. We're going to get a foul on the other end. As Life Prep was able to get Salas working against Emily Lane inside. We're going to call Kylie Allen for the foul. Salas had sealed Lane on that right low block, and now shortened a couple of free throws. And the first one too strong off the heel. Salas had a field goal in that first half. This will be just the 4th field goal attempted in the game so far for Life Prep. TMP is 4 of 5 from the line. And we're going to get a lane violation. Lopez was in the lane early, and TMP will get it back. Von Little back in for TMP. Hamel will key it in. Near sideline for Von Little. Now they'll clear it out. Hamel, Allen, Baltazar, Lane, and Von Little to find. Baltazar has it left side. Got a screen from Lane. Stops. Tried a little pick and roll for Lane on that left side. Now we get a foul as they had swung it to the right side. Hamel trying to post up Von Little. She got shoved from behind the arm bar. A third now on Carol Salas. Post player, and you put that arm bar and shove from behind. They're going to get you every time. With 4:20 to go, third quarter, TMP leading 19-17. Hamel keys it in for Von Little on this right side. Little hesitation, now back to Hamel on the right baseline. Finds a cutting ball to Zor. We'll kick it for Von Little. JC, little hesitation. She'll drive. Left wing for Allen. Now JC posted out, but she's going to be fouled. Salas reached around, tried to chop down, and picks up the foul. Back-to-back quick fouls on Salas. She now has 4. 4:07 to go, third quarter. Quickly, Alexandra Duda checks back in. TMP to key it in with Hamel, leading 19-17. Hamel searching, finds Von Little, who got held, but knocked it into the hands of Hamel, who hadn't reestablished position inside. TMP will turn it over. One of the defenders had Von Little's arm pinned to the side, but inside TMP instead will turn it over. 4 minutes to go, third quarter, 19-17. Here's a pass deflected and stolen by Baltazar. Sophia out in front, left side, will go up and miss the scoop shot. Hamel down with a rebound. She can't get the follow to go, and we get a foul on the rebound on TMP. Von Little with the push inside. That'll be second on the sophomore Von Little. 3:51 to go in this third quarter. TMP still leads by 2 at 19-17. Left wing for Lapushka. Now they'll kick it right side to Diodar. Diodar, a couple of dribbles, finds Lapushka in the lane, right into the teeth of that defense. They have to kick it out for a 3 for Tomashuk. Misses everything on the left side. Backside rebound for Lane. And here comes TMP. Von Little, left side for Hamel. Kind of left it 4, and then wide open underneath is Von Little, and she will score. They forgot about JC Von Little after she gave that pass up. She gets it right back, and it's 21-17. On the first bucket for Von Little, TMP leads by 4, 21-17 with 3:10 to play in this third quarter. Timeout taken by Life Prep. That time Von Little gave that ball up right in the middle of the floor to Hamel, and then everybody forgot about the 5'11 sophomore Von Little, who was open underneath for the layup. The timeout's a 1-minute timeout. Just across the top of the 4 o'clock hour. So we can, real quickly, let's squeeze in a station break as we'll go ahead and pause real quickly, 10 seconds for station identification here on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
TMP back on top by 4 at 21-17. This has been a game of runs. TMP trailed 5-4, would score 4 straight in that first quarter. That was part of a run in which TMP outscored Life Prep 11-3. But Life Prep would then score the final 9 of the first half, take a 2-point lead at 17-15 into the break, but the Monarchs now have scored the last 6. In fact, they've scored only 6 points by either team scored here in this third quarter. They lead it by 4, 21-17. 3:09 to go following the timeout. Will be Fire basketball. So key it in right in front of their bench, down to our left with Lapushka. Lapushka for Duda, and then she'll go get it right back. So close in on 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Kick out 3, rattles home for Galeante. We're into Galeante with 5, and it's a 1-point TMP lead at 21-20. 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Allen got a screen from Lane on that left side. Now Emily trying to post up. She'll draw the double team and had it taken away by Duda out of that double team. Turnover number 17 for TMP. Up the floor, Galeante left side gives the Fire the lead. So they go up 22-21. She scored 5 straight. Galeante was 7. It's off that TMP turnover. Her and Duda, 6'4" junior, leading the break. Pass inside, knocked away. Turnover TMP, trying to force it on that left low block, and then up the floor. Galeante is going to be called for a travel. Good defense for Sophia Baltazar. Her and Galeante got tangled up. Could have been a foul on Galeante, the player control foul, but instead they'll call her for a travel and a turnover back to TMP. They now trail 22-21. 5 straight scored by Galeante. Hamel will take the dribble to the left side, and a hold called on Life Prep. Official underneath. Calls the foul on Life Prep. They called it on Lapushka. It's her first. And underneath on the inbounds play, Yost has it blocked by Duda and taken away by Galeante. 2-on-1 up the floor, and we're going to get a block shot by Yost, but a couple of free throws coming up. Good hustle by Yost not to give up the layup as Lapushka was running the break up the floor, and Yost blocked the shot. TMP had a block to the other end. Yost will pick up her first. And the free throw too strong. 22-21, Life Prep leads TMP. Kylie Allen will replace Sophia Baltazar. Pushka can give her team a 2-point lead here on the second free throw, and it's too strong. It rattles off, right for the rebound, out of bounds, off of Life Prep. Zachariah was the last one to touch it. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. 22-21. Life Prep has scored the last 5. They lead TMP by 1. As Hamel will direct traffic to get to the left side. Top of the key, Von Little. JC will slip it underneath to Hamel. Had it knocked away. Last touched by Life Prep. They run that play where they get Von Little open for a 3 in the top of the key. They tried to slip it with Lane, but it was knocked away by the Fire defense. Here's a pass for Lane. Draws a double team on the inbound, so she threw it away. Duda will take it away. Duda up the floor, and we're going to get an offensive foul. No, they'll call a travel on Zachariah. Zachariah took an extra step. She also used her off arm to push off on a TMP defender. And that's 15 TMP turnovers. We get a timeout taken by Coach Rose McFarland for TMP. We'll talk things over. Monarchs offense struggling to find a rhythm here in this one so far. Led by as many as 7 in the first half at 15-8. Life Prep would score the final 9 of the first half to lead 17-15. TMP would then score 6 straight on 3 straight field goals to start the third quarter. It was actually mid and late into this quarter. But then 5 straight put together for Raminta Galeante for Life Prep. And they have a 1-point lead at 22-21. A game that's been back and forth. A year ago, TMP got that 55-12 victory, but we talked about it. This is a completely new Fire team. They do have Tomashuk and Lapushka, both back from last year's team. Monarch Athletics here on Hays Post and on KHAZ, brought to you by Field Abstract and Tile Company, High Plains Roofing, State Glass Company, Thomas Moore Prep Marian, and Jeff Darrell and Linda Seibel at Edward Jones and Hays. TMP out of the timeouts. Getting those light home jerseys with Yost, Lane, Allen, Hamel, and Von Little, the 5 of the floor. 1:35 to go here in the third quarter. Hamel will run the point. Little zone look now. Well, Zachariah, the top of the key, the 6'2 junior. Right wing, TMP will get it to Allen. Dumps it inside for Yost. Her kick out pass knocked away and stolen. Duda will play it up the floor for Garcia. She goes right side into the teeth of the defense. Missed the shot, but a rebound for Zachariah. She can't get it to go, and it's poked out of bounds by Life Prep. TMP has 20 turnovers in the game, and Life Prep had a couple more opportunities but couldn't finish inside. Sophia Baltazar will replace Kylie Allen for TMP. With 1:12 to go in this third quarter. TMP trailing 22-21. Led by 7 in that first half. Led by 4 just a little bit ago. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Here's a cutting lane. Left side goes in and scores it. 23-22 on the bucket for Emily Lane, giving TMP the lead once again at the 52nd mark here in this third quarter. As TMP leads for Lane. She has 13 in the contest. Lopez, left side, Lapushka, rainbow 3, misses off the glass. Offensive rebound down to Zachariah. She can't finish inside. And JC Von Little will come up for the TMP rebound, and they throw it away with 30 seconds to play. Trying to run that fast break here in this third quarter. 21 seconds to go for the Fire here now. Actually, it'll be 29.6 seconds to go for the Fire here in this third quarter. Coach Rose McFarland wanted them to slow it up and hold for the final shot. Instead, the Fire will get it. Lopez on this left side, guarded tightly by Baltazar, got a screen and then nearly threw it away. Zachariah on that right side as Von Little went for the steal. Gives it up on a baseline 3 that is way off the mark at a backside foul, and the rebound called on Tomashuk. With a third on Veronica Tomashuk. TMP will get it back. Definitely want to hold for the final shot here with 16 seconds to go in the third. Hamel looks at a 1-2-2. Could be a 1-3-1. Open is Baltazar. Fake the 3. Now kicks it left side. Hamel with 2. 3 on the way. It's too strong, and that's how the third quarter comes to an end. TMP leads by 1 at 23-22. So we head to the fourth and final quarter on the Monarch Sports Network. Is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hays and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hays. Thomas Moore Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
TMP outscores the Fire in that third quarter to make it 23-22. Monarchs a trail by 2. So outscored them in that quarter. Fire will get it to start out this fourth quarter as a pass deflected, but right into the hands of Tomaszuk inside. She has 7. That ball was deflected by TMP's JC Von Little, but right into the hands of Tomaszuk. So it's 24-23 in favor of the Fire. Now Von Little's 3 blocked by Duda right side, but it's tracked down by Yost. And a travel called on TMP as Yost and Von Little a little bit off the mark. TMP trailing now 24-23. That outscored the Fire 8-5 there in that third quarter. The Fire get a field goal and a pass deflected by Tomaszuk. Now she's open on the right side. We'll kick it back out to Zachariah. Step back, thought about a 3. Said we'll kick it to a wide open left side for Galeante. Too strong on the 3 and a foul on the rebound. Battling inside was Von Little and got pushed from behind. Ball will go back to TMP. That'll be the second foul on Alexandra Duda. So she shoved from behind, and so Von Little will go to shoot the 1-on-1. TMP will be in the bonus the rest of the way. We have 7:13 to play here in the second half. And Von Little's first free throw is good. 3 now in the game for Von Little. And it's 24 all. With 7:13 to play here in this fourth quarter. Let's give TMP the lead, and it does. Von Little makes them both 25-24. 7:13 mark here in this fourth quarter. Von Little was 0 of 1 from the free throw stripe last year. Already makes a pair here and has 4 in the contest. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Pass for a jump shot that's off the mark by Zachariah. Battle for the rebound. Baltazar with it, and TMP will come back the other way. Sophia Baltazar with a huge rebound, and now TMP will push. Sophia's open left side. She'll take the 3 and skip off the mark. Battle for the rebound, taken away by Life Prep, but right in the hands of Emily Lane. She'll find Von Little, who's going to be fouled. This will be on Lopez, who saved it right into the hands of Lane. Lane then threw it to Von Little. I think you'd like to see Lane maybe try and shoot that basketball, but instead Von Little will shoot 2 at the free throw line where she just made a pair. Call that foul on Lopez. It is her second. And the first one rattles home. 26-24. Von Little scored 3 straight for TMP, and that's 5 in the contest. Duda will check out. Salas returns. And the second free throw is good. Von Little, perfect 4 of 4 at the line. 27-24. 4 straight for JC Von Little. She has 6 in the contest. Galeante carried it. Turnover for Life Prep is their 16th now in the game. Comes with 6:35 to play, and TMP on top now by 3 at 27-24. Von Little, who's got the last 4 at the stripe, will give it up, and now Baltazar will swing it right side. So play catch, shot around the perimeter with Yost and Von Little, and TMP will throw it away into the backcourt, and Megan Hamel will track it down for an over and back. Zachariah nearly came away with that basketball, but had a wide open layup. Instead, Hamel with good hustle to get down there and pick up that ball, so it's not a wide open layup for Life Prep. Von Little will check out as Allen is back in for TMP. Driving in is Tomaszuk, and she's going to be fouled. For TMP, that will be on Allen. Second on Kylie Allen, the senior. Lopez to key it in. Lob it over the top for Tomaszuk, who has it right side. Galeante goes between the legs a couple of times. Left side, thought about the 3. Finds Salas, turns into a double team, misses the shot, fight for the rebound. Salas got it back. That forces up the shot, and it makes it go. It's 27-26 as Carol Salas comes away with an offensive rebound on the stick back. With under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, TMP leads by 1 again at 27-26. Hamel for Allen on that left side. Goes to Lane in the post. Kicks it back out for Hamel. Hamel now left wing. Baltazar, she'll take the long two that is short from that left wing. Fight for the rebound. It was deflected off the head of Zachariah into the hands of Galeante, and here comes Zachariah up the floor. Life prep with Lopez missing the right side runner. Ball's on the floor, and Lopez got it back as Lane knocked it away from the Life Prep offensive player, and it was hauled in by Life Prep underneath. I think Zachariah was the one who came away with that loose ball. She was out of bounds, and luckily for TMP, they get it back. Offensively, both teams have, I would imagine here in the early going, really not been on their games. TMP will look at a zone look now from Life Prep. Yost will go to the corner for Baltazar. Now finds a cutting Hamel. Falling to the floor, saves it for Baltazar. Short corner. Lane drives in, kicks it for Hamel. Hamel with a scoop shot, a wild off the mark scoop shot that is rebounded by Life Prep. And here comes the Life Prep fire with Galeante. A little back down spin move, missed the shot. And a rebound down to Cassidy Yost. Trying to spin around the TMP defender, Baltazar. TMP will get it back. They go right side for Allen. Gets his zone. Now the short corner. Lane over the top. Baltazar had to jump to catch that pass out on the perimeter, and the ball nearly thrown away. Thomas Shook knew it was going to Lane in the short corner and almost stole that pass away. Instead, knocked it out of bounds with 4:26 to play here in the ball game. TMP leads 27-26. Monarchs trying to key it in. They'll lob it over the top for Lane on the right side. Had it blocked inside by Thomas Shook, and they fire it ahead to Galeante. She's got a layup, and she'll go in and score it. It's a 28-27 lead now on the bucket for Galeante, who's got 9 in the contest on the run-out layup, and a 1-point lead for Life Prep, but 28-27. Closing on 4 minutes to go in this contest. Left side, Baltazar drives, finds Lane inside, and she's going to be fouled on the left low block. Good job by Sophia Baltazar with that hesitation, got the defender off balance, then drove in and found Lane, who drew the foul on the inside. She will shoot 2 on the 9th team foul. It's the 4th called on Thomas Shook. And Lane's first free throw is good. Emily Lane with 13 in the contest. Ties the ball game at 28. 3:58 mark here in this fourth quarter. Second free throw for Lane is good, and TMP's back on top, 29-28. Lane with 15 in the game, a perfect 4 of 4 at the line for the Monarchs. With 3:50 and counting, fourth quarter, 29-28. Left side, here's a long 2 that rattles home. Galeante, the first in a double figures with 11. Life Prep back on top now, 30-29. They went to this zone. TP struggled a little bit with it. Von Lindell back into the contest, as is Allen. Kylie has it on that left side, now to the short corner for Yost. Draws a double team. TP will get it to Von Lindell, straight on now to Allen, left side. 3:20 to go, fourth quarter, baseline for Hamel. Right wing for Von Lindell. TMP gets it for Emily Lane on the left side. She'll go and score and has a chance for a 3-point play. She went with a little up and under to give TMP the lead at 31-30. And has a chance for one more. The 3:13 mark here in this fourth quarter. Emily Lane was 17 in the game. And that will be the final foul. That'll be the 5th on Thomas Shook. She fouls out with 8 in the game. The 3:13 to play. And the free throw short. Rebound down to Zachariah and Life Prep. Lopez steps through left side, can't score it. Got around Lane but couldn't finish. And Allen down with a rebound. Kylie up the floor and here to the near side for Hamel. She'll stop, take the long 2 and rattle it home from the right side. 33-30 on the Megan Hamel bucket. Timeout TMP as they have built a lead again. The Monarchs were able to rattle home that bucket. Timeout. For TMP to talk things over. I think they have the score wrong on the scoreboard. The timeout taken here as TMP on top again, 33-32, following that bucket a moment ago. Megan Hamel with the field goal, her first bucket of the game. Hamel averaged over 7 points a contest, so they do get it figured out. It's 33-30, that's what we had. Under 3 minutes to go here in the contest. TMP on top by 3. Out of the timeout, taken by TMP. They brought Von Little back into the contest. And now they're in a zone. Left side, Galeante, who's had a good game for Life Prep. We'll give it up for Lopez. And now to Duda. Duda over the top as they go with a skip pass left side for Lapushka. She used up her dribble. Now with 2.5 to go here in this one. Here's a 3 that rattles home for Galeante, who has 15. And we're tied at 33 apiece with 2:18 to play in this fourth quarter. Yost is open, won't shoot it, instead kicks it out for a 3 that's off the mark on the left side for Allen. Rebound down to Life Prep, and now they'll look to push as it'll be a driving turnover because slamming into the defender is Zachariah. She was out of control for Life Prep, and it goes right back over to TMP. Call an offensive foul on Zachariah. Player control foul. That'll be her first. She came down with that one, and on that left side was never going to give it up. Lowered her shoulder and ran into the defender, says the official who made the call after a quick explanation. Baltazar came back in for TMP. Tied at 33, minute 50 to go here in this fourth quarter. Right side pass nearly stolen away as Lapushka got a piece of it right in front of the TMP bench. Hamel, Lane, Yost, Baltazar, and Von Little, the 5 on the floor for TMP. They'll get it in. Hamel, right side, she'll fire a 3. Left it short. Offensive rebound for Baltazar. Trying to force it to Emily Lane, who gets pulled down as she hit the deck and draws the foul. That's a huge offensive rebound for TMP. And now Lane, the pass. Baltazar was able to come up with it. A couple of free throws. This is the first. Game still tied at 33. 1:42 to play in this one. They called that foul on Lopez. It's her third. Duda will check out. Salas comes back in. Second free throw gives TMP the lead at 34-33. Comes with a minute 42 to play here in this fourth quarter. It's Emily Lane now with 18 in the contest to lead TMP and lead all scores in this one. Pass right side, Lopez, her pass deflected. Lane batted it right back into the hands of Lopez, who drives in and draws the foul. Lopez is going to earn a couple of free throws now, as Lane will pick up her second. Pass was deflected, then Lane batted it out right into the hands of Lopez. She was kind of in the right spot at the right time. Now she'll shoot 2. First one too strong. Lopez 0 for 1 in the contest. And the free throw is short. Rebound tipped, and it's on the floor, picked up by the Fire. Lopez got away with the offensive rebound, and now they'll set it up with Galeante. Drives after a screen right side, kicks it out. Here's a 3 on the right wing for Zachariah that'll skip out. Ball's going to be tracked down by Baltazar for TMP. Another huge rebound for Sophia for TMP. Oh, for 5 rebounds on this one. 1 minute to go in the ball game. Open is Von Little for 3. That'll skip off from the left side. Rebound tracked down by Galeante, and Life Prep will slow it up with under a minute to go. And a timeout taken. Head coach McFarland would have rather held the ball instead of taking that 3 on the left side for Von Little. That timeout taken by Life Prep will come. That's their final timeout here of the contest. TMP leads 34-33. Monarchs led by 7 in the first half. Lead by 4 to start the third quarter. This fourth quarter have led by 3 a couple of different times. The last time at 33-30, but a 3 by Galeante tied it at 33. And then Emily Lane's free throw. But TMP on top, 34-33. TMP Athletics brought to you in part by Paul Wertenberger Construction, Master Cleaners, Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal, Insurance Planning, Ellis County Abstract and Title, and Jeter Law Firm. 53.9 seconds to play here in this fourth quarter. TMP leads by 1 at 34-33. Out of the timeouts will be Yost, Lane, Hamel, Baltazar, and Von Little. The Fire, Salas, Zachariah, Lapushka, Galeante, and Lopez, a 5 on the floor. They'll go to Galeante left side. She's had the hot hand with 15 of the contest. Drives to the baseline left side, forced it underneath, but it's stolen away. And a quick foul on Life Prep as Sophia Baltazar came away with that loose basketball after the deflection. They tried to force it into the lane after a dribble drive, but nobody was home. And the foul on Zachariah is her second, but it's the 10th team foul. So Baltazar to shoot 2. The Monarchs will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. First free throw, nothing but net for Baltazar. All 3 of her points at the free throw line for TMP, 35-33. And the second one rattles home as well, 36-33 on a pair of Baltazar free throws. TMP will take the timeout, just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. TMP leading by 3 at 36-33. First game of 4 here today. TMP boys setting down to our rights, already here and ready to go. Life Prep boys here as well. Setting a little bit, some of them down to our left as well, ready to get this second game underway. And of course, Hays High will take on Hugoton in the final 2 games of the day here at Hays High School in the Hays City Shootout. That's the 2020 basketball season. Out of the TMP timeouts, Life Prep kind of slow to get out of the huddle, and so the official will blow the whistle, set the ball down, and they'll have to hurry. Out of the timeout, Galeante will bring it into the front court. Play it off to the right side for Zachariah. And now to Lopez. On that left side, had it knocked away by Yost, but gets it back. Zachariah's going to take the baseline 3. Left it short. Rebound is going to be taken away by J.C. Von Little. She'll race here to the near sideline. She comes away with another huge rebound for TMP, and now a foul on Hamel. TMP's got timely rebounds when they've needed to. Baltazar had a couple. J.C. was able to track that one down. And then get it here to the near side for Hamel, who will shoot her first 2 free throws of the season and knocks down the first one. Hamel with 3. TMP's lead is 4, 37-33. As Lopez will check in for the Fire. Second Hamel free throw, too strong. Rebound nearly hauled in by Lane. Instead, it'll be Life Prep. Zachariah with it. She'll race into the front court. Got away with the carry here on this near sideline. And now we'll get it to Galeante. Guarded tightly by Baltazar. Timeout taken by the Fire. It signaled that Coach Henry had taken his final timeout that last time, but we were wrong. He had a 30 that he will take, and so we'll keep it right here. And now he's out of timeouts. TMP leads 37-33. We're at the bottom of the hour. So let's go ahead and use this opportunity to pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy. (37-33). Monarchs have a 4-point lead, led by as many as 7 in that first half. This 4-point lead is their largest of the quarter and their largest of this second half. Out of the timeouts, Lopez will key it in. Opposite her bench, they'll get it into Galeante with 8. Right side, here's a 3 halfway down and out. It'll pop out and rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Hamel for TMP. Looked like that was nearly off of Valentina Lopez. Instead, it's off of TMP. 3 seconds to go. Monarchs lead by 4. Left side, here's a 3 that will miss everything. Backside rebound by Lopez. And TMP is going to pick up a Game 1 win here at the Hays City Shootout as they rally from down at halftime to win by 4, 37-33 over the Fire from Life Prep as the Monarchs come away with that 37-33 victory. So TMP wins the first game of the day over the Fire to move to 1-0 on the season. The Fire drop to 1-1. Let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll go ahead and get you a quick girls recap of this matchup. And again, TMP on the girls' side wins 37-33 on the Monarch Sports Network. It is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hays. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hays. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
That's good enough for me. Okay, go ahead and send it back. Okay, send it back down to me. And you can just tell me in my ear if you get it. Back into the Hays High School where the TMP Lady Monarchs rally for a 37-33 victory over the Fire from Life Prep as TMP comes away with the victory in Game 1 here from the Hays City Shootout. The TMP Lady Monarchs get the victories. We welcome you in on our Adams Brown Barron and Ball post-game show. We'll recap the matchup and then get you set for game number 2 here from the high school. It was a back and forth affair throughout this entire game. TMP would have the largest lead of the game at 7 at 15-8. That came midway through that second quarter, but then the Fire would score the final 9 points of the first half and lead at the break by 2 at 17-15. To start the second half, TMP would score the first 6 points of the third quarter and lead 21-17. A couple of field goals along the way for Baltazar and Allen gave TMP a 19-17 lead. J.C. Von Linnell would add another field goal as well to give TMP a 21-17 lead. They would lead 23-22 after 3, build a 3-point lead at 27-24. Let it because they just changed leads back and forth, 28-27, 29-28. TMP led 33-30, and then a 3 tied the game with 2:18 to go in the fourth quarter, but TMP would score the final 4 all at the free throw line of this contest. Here in our Adams Brown Barron Ball post-game show, we need to bring you a highlight of the contest tonight. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's get you one of the highlights from tonight's ball game. It comes from TMP's Emily Lane, who knocks down a 3 to give TMP the lead early in that first quarter.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hays and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt.
Girls game, again, on our Adams Brown Barron Ball post-game show, your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. So we're actually going to add a break here in our post-game show because they're going to shoot. Both teams, well, Life Prep had started to warm up, and then they're going to have to stop the clock and let them shoot. So, again, the TMP girls come away with the victory here tonight, 37-33 over Life Prep to move to 1-0. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll get you the final numbers and get you set for the boys' game here in just a moment. Again, the TMP girls win 37-33 on the Monarch Sports Network. It is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hays and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hays. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
TMP Lady Monarchs take the first game of the Hays City Shootout here in 2020 as they beat the Fire from Life Prep 37-33. By the way, earlier we got our play of the game tonight. That was actually the Baltazar bucket to give TMP, and that started that little 6-0 run. It tied the game at 17 as Sophia would get that field goal to go, and then TMP would get 6 straight. That was part of 6 straight to give them a 21-17 lead. That was part of that third quarter in which TMP was able to outscore the Fire 8-5 in that quarter. So we'll call that our play of the game. Brought to you by Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. TMP middle school and high school students from Field Abstract and Title, providing title, insurance, real estate closings, and abstracts at 1201 Fort in Hays, and always at 625-2112. In between games, they are doing the shooting contest for TMP boys and Life Prep boys. That's just wrapping up here. So we need to wrap up our girls coverage for you. TMP again wins by the final of 37-33 in a tight game with Life Prep. Game in which both teams struggled with turnovers. We'll take a look at those numbers in just a moment. Real quickly, J.C. Von Little for TMP had 6. Emily Lane led all scores with 18. She also ended up making 5 of her 6 free throw attempts. Sophia Baltazar had 6 for a 4 at the free throw line. Megan Hamel with 3. Kylie Allen finished with 4 in the contest for TMP. Cassidy Yost played in the game but did not score. For Life Prep, they were led by Raminta Galeante. She had a team-high 15. Veronica Tomaszuk finished with 7 before fouling out. Anne-Mary Zachariah with 3. 2 from Alexandra Duda, Sophia Lopez, and Carol Salas. It's the final scoring numbers for individual scoring numbers for both teams. For TMP, they ended up turning it over 22 times in the contest. Meanwhile, Life Prep finished with 18 turnovers of their own. Again, the TMP Lady Monarchs moved to 1-0 on the season with the 37-33 victory over Life Prep. Meanwhile, Life Prep drops to 1-1 on the season. Our post-game show is brought to you by Adams Brown Ball, your trusted advisors, providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. So that's going to wrap up coverage of our girls game. Of course, the Lady Monarchs in action in the first game of the day tomorrow as well. They'll get Huguenin, the Eagles, a very, very talented team, a ranked team, in fact, for the Huguenin team that'll come here in a little bit. In fact, they'll get the game after the boys' game here in just a little bit to take on Hays High in the first of 2 games this evening here at Hays High. So again, our final on the girls' side, 37-33 in favor of the TMP Lady Monarchs. Take a break, get you set for our boys' game after this. So the Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hays. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hays. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.